4 coming at you live right now. It's been a while since we've seen you, but we have quite the show lined up tonight. Mr. Lowenstein out to address the crowd right now and the people at home to inform.
Watch your mouth, mister.
A bit of rudeness there, to inform them of the current state of fight show. So let's listen up.
Okay, now cut the music already. Jeez Louise. Now I've been receiving a lot of tweets asking me why it's taking so long to produce the fight show round. Well, I have one simple answer, and that's money. We're hemorrhaging money out the seams. I'm not sure where it's going. I'm in the midst of trying to track down the culprit. Now, none of this is your concern. As long as you continue to buy your tickets and purchase our merchandise, you're doing your part. And now, to fulfill my part, here are the match stipulation announcements.
Hemorrhaging money. Don't know how that's possible. I'm not being paid, and no anytime isn't either. We're going to have Jordan Bradley and Albert Lowenstien make their match stipulation announcements now. Of course, as you all know, each week one person from each division is chosen or wins the right to choose the match stipulation for the next round. Jordan Bradley won an inmates rules match on the last round to win the right to pick this stipulation, and Albert Lowenstein fight show rules match came out victorious there. Not really sure what to expect from either of these guys, really. The crowd really likes this guy. I don't mind him. He's a bit rough around the edges, but you cannot deny his in-ring skill. The man has more experience than I've had life. He's held multiple titles, never really went mainstream. This could be his chance to climb that ladder, get his face known to this current crop of wrestling fans. But right now, let's hear the announcement.
So, the great Billy Lowenstein gets the ring all to himself for his announcement. I gotta share my airtime with the Nancy boy. Well, my pick, no rules, fight show rules match.
Nice.
Why you gotta be so hostile? My pick is a weapons of the night match. Over you.
Not too shabby.
I don't think they got pom-poms and cream puffs as weapon choices.
Yo, man, why you gotta come at me, bro? Bradley boys are good wrestlers, yo.
Well, Dylan might be a tough little boy, but from what I've seen, you're nothing.
Jeez.
Well, I oughta come over there, bro. My mama raised me to not take no guff from no one.
Your mama does know how to raise things right. She raised a few parts of me pretty dang good.
Oh, that was low, bro.
What you gonna do about it? From what I see, the Bradley bros are bitches.
Oh, you're gonna get yours, bro,
Salty
trust me.
Definitely getting under the skin of Jordan Bradley there. Folks, we're going to take a look at tonight's matchups, and first, let's look at how round 3 left us. We see Albert Lowenstein, Zach Shuck at the top, both undefeated thus far. They'll be facing off in the lightweight portion, main event. You know that's going to be electric. one of these guys is going to lose that perfect mark, whereas the other one is going to stand alone at the top. Bite, Wonder Boy, and Dylan will be trying to break up that three-way tie they have, and Murko, Raybo, and Suck all looking to make their mark and get their first victory tonight. Leading it off, Wonder Boy and Dylan will square off, putting their even records up against each other. One of them's going to jump ahead. After that, Suck and Raybo going to put their unwinning records up against each other. One of these guys guaranteed, well, they both, I mean, I guess if they could tie, they both get 1 point, but it's a chance for one of them to pick up their first win. That would be big. Bite and Murko going to fight each other. Murko, that's a tall order for him, as Bite is in that three-way tie with Wonder Boy and Dylan for third place, and is proven to be a capitalist. He takes advantage of the situation and will not let that opportunity slip by. And then, of course, Albert and Zach, which is just going to blow the roof off this place. It's going to be a lot of fun, folks.
Get a load of this guy even over here, looking like some kind of oxygen-depraved Ronald McDonald. Well, you got a big mouth, buddy. You and Albert Lowenstien. Me and my brother, we're gonna take care of some business tonight. Yo, you ready?
Oh. Dude, I think the question is, are you ready for me and my steel toes to come kick their stupid, greasy behind? Because it's about to happen, and it's about to be wonderful.
Whoa, I can't believe you think you're gonna win. You're going down, funny man.
Although lacking in depth, those words were charged with a lot of excitement, as these two fighters will be putting their identical records up against each other in this contest. The winner jumping ahead of the other in the standings. This is a very important match. Both of these guys are exciting fighters. Dylan Bradley, without his brother, attempting to make his mark as a singles wrestler, and Wonder Boy, a new face on the scene, faring rather well so far and on the fight show. This should be a very entertaining matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Phoenix, Oregon. This first contest is a fight show rules, man. Introducing first, Dylan, the Red Man.
Both of these fellows with a 2-1 record. Whoever wins moves ahead to 3-1, and the loser drops down to 2-2, which is
Here's
an average mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Team Whoopi, it's Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy considered a slight favorite in this match if you ask the odds makers. If you ask me, I think anyone can win at any time. Dylan Bradley, just a quick one there. Oh, Wonder Boy taking a fall there, slipping on something at ringside. Of course, Kenny Time is the ring crew here, so you can expect there to be various... Wonder Boy missing the drop kick off the apron. Wonder if that'll come back to haunt him. Brawling here right in front of us. exchanging blows back and forth. Dylan finally getting the upper hand of that. But Wonder Boy firing back. Those steel toes finding their mark several times in that exchange. And now both collapsing. Quick roll up and Billy, where is he? One, two. Oh, that was a pretty close two there. Of course, this being a fight show rules match, there are no rules in a fight show rules match. Anything goes anywhere. You can pin, submit, whatever. In the crowd, in the ring, in the bathroom. Oh my goodness. Dylan Bradley taking a great fall there. Terrible. Definitely favoring his ribs now. Wonder Boy working on the shoulder, neck. Dylan really looking in all sorts of bad shape at this point. Feeling very distracted this evening. I forgot about something. Not sure. Took my meds. Fed the cat. Wonder Boy landing a steel toe to the face of Dylan Bradley and giving himself a round of applause for his effort. Definitely looking like he has the upper hand now. Perhaps a formality for the Wonder Boy to put this match away unless Dylan Bradley can muster up some sort of offense to turn the tide here. Pretty much been all Wonder Boy since Dylan took that fall from the apron. Great height there. With these guys being lightweights, it's even bigger size differential. It's like practically twice Dylan's height. It's just bloody end, pulverizing, beating Wonder Boy. Yeah, I thought that was going to end it, but no, Dylan's out. It was stunning. A headlock there. Not many submissions recorded by either of these guys. But we could see a first here. I think Dylan's wiggling out. It looks like he's getting loose. It'll come to me. Wonder Boy looking to perhaps put this away now, sending Dylan Bradley hard into the barricade, and Wonder Boy will be perhaps establishing himself as a favorite if he pulls out a win here. And he looks in very good shape to an explosion, some kind of explosion there. Explosions, that means something. I believe that was Dylan Bradley's beer can that we saw explode there. Oh, a quick roll up. It's over.
The winner by pinfall from Team Uber Beef is Wonder Boy.
Commanding victory for Wonder Boy, and we get off to a quick start here tonight.
Well, I reckon folks be expecting me to fall flat on my face again this show. Well, I took a little advice from Kenny Time, and I ain't touched any beer all day. I'm ready to get her done.
You smell really weird, and it makes me really uncomfortable to be around you.
That's called pig shit, son. Just 'cause I got a fight don't mean I ain't working today.
Perhaps not the biggest build of excitement towards this confrontation between winless fighters. The redneck farmer Raybo 0-3 goes up against the little vampire Suck with an identical 0-3 record. Raybo says he's not drunk. Suck uncomfortable as usual.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fight Show Rules match. Introducing first, he's the most tiniest, tiniest little vampire MC. He's like the Tiny Tim of vampires. It's
You know, maybe we should lay off the little comments. That could probably be getting on that guy's nerves, you know? Breaking his confidence down.
Pretty good guy. And it better win this match. And it better not. You've been drinking no beer today. Cause anytime you put money on this man and he aims to get paid. This is Raybo. Better kick his ass, Raybo.
Raybo coming to the ring, beer can in hand, not sure if that's an empty or not. Quite a size difference between these two guys. Raybo much thicker and taller. Suck at the smaller end of the lightweights. Probably not a wise idea to try to brawl with Raybo. Although Suck landing a series of nice combo punches there. The raw power of Raybo just starting to overwhelm Suck, but Suck pretty quick making Raybo back off there with that fancy kick display of his martial arts background. Suck landing that kick. Raybo with some very powerful attacks there. On the apron, Suck down to the floor. Luckily, Billy did spring for mats this week. You'll notice, though, that the instant replay has gone missing, and unfortunately that was cut. Due to budgetary constraints. I hear there's a few more things coming down the pipe. Things are gonna get tight around here. Raybo really cornering Suck in there and putting on the damage, taking advantage of the weapons here, the no rules, and really handling Suck in this contest. Handle. That handle. Still can't remember what it is that I forgot. And that's one of the side effects of these medications I'm on. Make me a bit forgetful, absent-minded, loopy at times. Suck trying to involve that chair, but Raybo having none of it. And Suck taking a big fall. Raybo following it up with a knee off of the apron. Both men down. That was a nice move there. Would the sober Raybo come out with a win here? Would drunk Raybo have landed that move? That was a nice reverse atomic drop there by Suck, getting the upper hand, staggering Raybo, putting together quite a serious combination. Stunnered, and it ends that flurry that Suck had going. Crowd really enjoying this action. Whipped into that steel trash can. Raybo, oh no, that was punishing.
1,
That's definitely enough.
3.
Seals the deal.
The winner of the Fight Show Rules match, Rainbow and me, Kenny Time. I won $10 on that match. That gives me positive cash flow here. Thank you very much.
Haha, Kenny Time. Always good for a laugh, but folks, he's serious. Rainbow breaking his winless record and Suck remaining winless.
Copenhagen and drink Bud Light on early Sundays and Wednesday nights. I go visit church to get away from the wife.
This is a good one who is winless. His soul will be crushed. He shall be ripe for the feasting. I will do good, and I will be victorious.
No, you shall burn.
A confident bite puts his brand of lethal striking and targeted attacks up against the fiery flames of Murko. With a 2-1 record, you would have to assume Bite would have the upper hand in this match, as Murko, still winless, still seeking to make his mark on the lightweight division and pick up his first points on the fight show. Bite, after suffering a hard loss at the hands of Zach Shuck, is definitely looking for retribution. Murko doesn't seem ready to back down, so this should be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Fight Show Rules. Introducing first, from Team Black and White, and a member of them Blood Drinkers, it's behind.
Determined look on the face of Bite for this contest. Looking ready indeed.
Now he will be facing little flame-headed boy, Murko. He's a one strange guy. Seriously, man, trying to talk to him, he just talks about rules. It's pretty weird. Or was he still on shit?
And that is Kenny Time, folks, making the ring introductions and providing his unique sense of humor to all of us. Starting off with a quick exchange of strikes between these two. Murko using momentum and landing a nice atomic drop there, keeping the pressure on, and now working on that leg. A bit premature for a submission, but definitely if you take the legs out from your opponent, it makes it a lot harder to be mobile in the ring. Bite firing back here, landing those strikes with complete accuracy. And now going to the throat of Murko in Fight Show Rules or on Fight Show period. Chokes are considered a legal maneuver. Working on the midsection here. Murko coming back, fighting very quickly and landing a lot of moves tonight. That plancha thing of beauty. Nice to see this guy get moving, and a nice series of reversals rolled up and two count for Murko. Perhaps the closest he's been to winning a match thus far. And Bite not taking kindly. What is he thinking? Oh my God, he hit that. Bite taking a serious risk there. And that was just a thing to admire. Now going straight to work, Bite using that as a serious momentum shift. Murko trying to fight back and starting to do so, starting to get back into this. Bite whipping him to the barricade there, fighting on shrapnel, reversed, and then Bite is reversed into that barrier in front of the crowds. They're loving it, getting a front row seat, front row view of this action as the fight is taking place right in their laps. Oh, brutal backbreaker. Oh, and another one. Murko's lights looking dim. He could be fading here. Oh, come on, Billy. 1, 2, 3. That missed pin attempt there. Although Billy nervous. Oh,
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
You got
yeah.
fried up all crispy.
that's right, Kenny. Very crispy. Murko in complete control here, not able to make the cover, and now finding a mountain of debris between him and Bite. Seeking that trash can lid. Maybe that's the key. Oh, reverse DDT. Oh, again, Bite whipping him to the barricade. Murko looking for that trash can. Oh my God! Folks, make the cover, man. Murko making a mistake in tactics there, going for that submission. The pin right there for him. Bite has the trash can lid now. Very sought after item in this match. Perhaps the fact that it's made of solid steel. Oh, low blows legal. Oh no, backbreaker right across the stairs. Billy making the count with the trash can lid, so you know it's real.
The winner of the match. It's
Bite grabbing that trash can lid and making tracks. Apparently there was a extra prize in this match. Murko wanting that back. Fighting through the crowd who are just loving that up.
Well, Zach Shuck. What are you doing back here? Looking for your mama? Well, I left her strapped to my headboard at the airport hotel. We had a fine time.
Last time I hit something as old as you, I lost my job at the nursing home.
Old? Who are you calling old? We'll see how old I am when I kick your butt.
Oh! Yo, Albert.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach. Maybe you could, take a walk or something, you know?
You want some
Me
of
and my
this
bro,
too?
we got some business to discuss. Alright. With Albert. That's fine. I gotta call the hotel near the airport, find my mama. You been running your mouth, Albert?
Running
Now
it.
Bradley boys is gonna close it for you.
I think you just bit off more than you can chew there, Junior.
Yeah,
I ain't
whatever.
afraid of
Over
you,
here even.
spiky-headed little brother. I'll take you two on any time. Take you, make you my bitch. I will. See if I don't, and then I'll go, and I'll take your...
Ow! Is that right, bro?
Ain't talking
Yeah,
like that
bro.
to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get it now,
That's what
old
you
man,
did
yo.
when you met with the Bradley bros, yo. Forget about it even.
Damn, I'm good at choking, yo.
Done,
Even
old man.
look at his eyes roll up in his head over here.
Look out, watch this.
Oh. Yo, let me
Get
get
him over.
some, yo.
Watch it, bro.
Yeah, Bradley bro.
Hey, Hey,
Oh, that was cute.
come on, watch it.
Oh, even what's
That was
doing?
brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bradley bro. Let me get some. Let me get some. Yeah.
bro.
Take that, old man.
I'm fighting
Hey,
over
yo, watch it. Let me take a turn. Yo. Oh.
Alright, bro. Whatever.
That earlier assault on Albert Lowenstein will definitely have an effect on his performance. The question is it enough for Zach Shuck to pull out a victory here? Both of these guys undefeated, the only remaining lightweights with an undefeated record. Zach Shuck and Albert Lowenstein facing off in a fight show rules match chosen by Albert Lowenstein, preferring no rules. Well, earlier we saw the Bradley Bros have a few words with Albert Lowenstein and deliver a Bradley brother beatdown. Zach Shuck perhaps having the upper hand right now. We'll see just how much the Bradley Bros attack had an effect on Albert Lowenstein.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the lightweight main event. Introducing first, Albert Lowenstein. This match will be a fight show rules match.
Not looking too worse for wear, is he?
Glad to see it still moving around after that beating.
Perhaps missing a spring in his step.
And an opponent from Team Black and White is Zach Shuck.
Zach Shuck looking focused on his task at hand here, making a beeline towards Albert Lowenstein. And the bell rings, Albert playing up to the crowd, Zach not wasting any time, going to work like an executioner with those kicks, chopping at the head of Albert, and a choke toss. Already Zach Shuck building a huge head of momentum, and Albert Lowenstein pulling out a desperation side slam there. Oh my god, what is that called? Somebody tell me what that move's called. It's devastating, it's spectacular, and it has shifted the momentum back in Albert's favor here. No love lost between these two, although you could say that about Albert Lowenstein and any fight show fighter.
Pretty good for an old guy.
Bring it, Nancy boy.
A few choice words there. Albert, quick pin there. Billy getting into position a 2 count. Billy seemingly as distracted as I am this night, as he has not been in position for many of these pinfalls, and I keep finding my mind wandering. Oh! Slammed off the apron. Albert jumping on top of this opportunity and really laying into Zach Shuck here. You wonder if any... Oh! Pin attempt, 2! Oh! We're getting closer. 1... Oh, another roll-up. 1, 2... Oh! Zach just out again. And into a submission. Sleeper hold here. And Zach Shuck looking very desperate. Things looking dire as Albert Lowenstein outmaneuvering him and nearly capturing the victory twice already, has this sleeper hold in deep, and you wonder if any advantage Zach had has disappeared at this point. Both of these guys will have their stamina tested now. Zach with a spear up against the barricade up in front of our Facebook sign. If you visit that address, you can join us, people. Another pin attempt, another 2 count. Perhaps get involved yourself with the fight show. Oh, just a 1, not even a 1. Zach going to work with those kicks, but in the close quarters, Albert using his wrestling background too, and getting a lot of 2 counts, and that takes a lot of energy to keep kicking out. Zach landing that kick perfectly in with a chair. Oh mama. There is just a big bloody mess right now. The crowd here reacting to the sudden display of gore and violence, as is my stomach and salivary glands, but that's natural, isn't it, Kenny? Kenny's asleep again. Zach Shuck going to work on the softened up head of Albert Lowenstein, who is just streaming blood, leaving copious amounts of his own vital essence all over the arena's floor. Reversed. Oh, what a wicked backbreaker. And Albert Lowenstein turning the tide here. Does he have enough? Landing awkwardly on his hip there. Onto that chair. Oh! What is that called? Folks, if you have any ideas, Albert will not answer any of my questions. If you have any ideas of what that move should be called, just write me in, tweet, I don't know. Call Fight Show headquarters, talk to Billy, Kenny, someone. Zach just chopping away at Albert, who has lost so much blood, you wonder if he's gonna need a ride to the hospital after this. All that gushing is from Albert. A work of art, really, by Zach, and I guess you could say his co-artists, the Bradley Bros, Team Black and White, using the power of numbers to perhaps seal the deal here for Zach. Russian leg sweep. And you wonder where he's going to go from here. Snapping on a crossface. And Billy making his way over to check.
You give up your balls.
Called all the hotels near the airport. The mama wasn't being any.
What the hell, Billy? I didn't say uncle. I said your mama. Gosh darn it, Billy.
I just thought that was the way you were giving up.
Well, a questionable ending to a brilliant night of wrestling there. Zach Shuck maintaining his perfect record, picking up the win and the 3 points, sitting atop the lightweight division by himself. Albert Lowenstein dropping down into a 3-way tie for second place with Bite and Wonder Boy. Or, I guess he has a 1-point lead due to his extra bonus point. Dylan Bradley down there, dropping to a 500 record, and Raybo picking up his first win, while Murko and Suck both remain winless. I mean, you're rooting for the guys because you want everyone to look good. You don't want anyone to look bad. Alright, well, we're gonna get cleaned up, and we got some craziness coming up right after this. Or right now. Right after I'm done talking. Oh, nope. They said I'm supposed to keep talking until the end of the segment. Great night for the lightweights. Coming up next, we have a Weapons of the Night event. And for those of you who do not know, which is me as well, I'll read this to everyone. They're going to spin a digital wheel to decide the weapons that will be used in tonight's matches. The spin will be done right before the match, and then the weapons will be dropped from above. No one supposedly has any advantage in the picking this way. It's all fair and arbitrary, and yeah, that should be fun. And I'm not even really sure how long this segment goes, so is that good? We done? Alright. Let's have a quick look here at how the heavyweight rankings stack up. Brian DeLong with a commanding lead in first place with 11 points. Static and Behemoth tied for second place, both with 8 points, both achieving that via different routes. Static unbeaten with 2 wins and a draw, and Behemoth unbeaten with a win and 2 draws. Heavy Metal Mike down in fourth place, followed up by Carson King, and then Podcast Jordan Bradley and Elmer at the bottom. Leading things off, we're going to have Elmer and Behemoth. Many picked this as a squash match for Behemoth, although he's had trouble finishing his opponents, as the 2 draws show. Brian DeLong taking on Carson King. Brian DeLong, a heavy favorite in that match. Mr. Podcast and Jordan Bradley, both of them trying to pick themselves up and climb the ladder. In one of the most anticipated matchups, we have Static and Heavy Metal Mike. As you see, Static is up in second place, but Heavy Metal Mike could leapfrog him with a win there, whereas Static moved closer to Brian DeLong's lead with a win. In a second here, Kenny Time will make the first digital wheel spin, as it says. Apologize for my disorientation. These pills usually work to control these urges, but tonight I'm getting just overwhelming urges. Probably best not to say that stuff on air. So let's take a look at the matchup for the first match. Elmer and Behemoth will be leading off the heavyweight action, and wow, what a clash of titans this is. The 2 biggest men on Fight Show. Elmer will bring his hillbilly brand of roughness and put it up against just the insane strength, the insane evil intentions of Behemoth. In in what will surely be a violent confrontation. Well, let's get ready. Here's Kenny with the first wheel spin.
Around and around and around it goes. Where it stops, oh, yeah, really. The weapon of the night is a cast iron cooking sheet. And the participants in this contest introducing first. He's big, he's mean, he is the Behemoth.
This is really an important match for both of these fellows. Behemoth, at this point, has failed to make a real impact on the fight show standings, as Elmer has made no impact so far.
And his opponent, this dude is a nasty, grimy individual, but it's really scary. To hit the face in the ring, ladies and gentlemen, it's Elmer.
An abysmal mark at 0-3. Behemoth has failed to have been beaten so far, but he has only finished one opponent, ending in a tie in 2 of his matches. Already, those thunderous kicks, clubbing fists of Elmer, attempting to chop down the giant, but Behemoth overwhelming him with his strength. Wow, these two are going at it. Listen to the impact on those shots. Do they even need cast iron cookie sheets? I think not. Oh! Behemoth taking a long fall down to the ground. Fortunate for Elmer, who was going for a power move there and was not able to execute it, not having the strength to lift Behemoth up. Instead, now taking a different tactic and locking on a sleeper hold. It seems a bit low, though, and I bet Behemoth has the power to get out of this early on in this matchup. Looking at that ring, just a mountain of cast iron cooking sheets. What a powerful backhand there. Into the corner goes Elmer, and Behemoth is punishing his midsection with those shoulders. Goodness, this match has the looks that it might end rather quickly. Elmer using that cookie sheet across the throat of Behemoth. Hard to hold a full Nelson and a cookie sheet and Behemoth. Elmer now using that cookie sheet as a weapon. That was the evil intentions of our benefactor, Billy Lowenstein, when he put the match types together. This match is designed to punish the wrestlers, to make them earn their money, so to speak. Or rather, to quote Billy Lowenstein. Oh! What a powerful clothesline! And this could be it for Elmer. He's out. You know, no one would blame him for being done there. And Elmer answering back with his own clothesline, putting his body weight into it, climbing on top and trying to lock that camel clutch on, but not able to hold on. Behemoth brawling back, and now he has a hold of that leg, one of his signature locks. He will weaken up his opponent, slow them down by working on that leg, and God forbid it happens late into him. Oh no! He nailed it! Or maybe I should have said, oh yeah, because that was just downright brutal. Oh yeah, that's what I'm... Beautiful thing of art. Billy, you are a genius, my friend. Behemoth, huh? Remind me not to meet you in a dark alley with a cast iron. Elmer going up and Elmer going down. I'm not sure someone that big should ever fall from that kind of height. I'm not really sure anyone should fall from that height. Out here on the outside, right in front of me and Kenny Time, Elmer has him up and Elmer puts him down. This is not a Falls Count Anywhere match. You have to finish your opponent in the ring here. Series of reversals, these two showing off a bit of skill. Billy trying to break this up. Get the action back in the ring, guys. We appreciate the front row violence, but we really want a conclusion to this matchup. Elmer again trying to get his first win. Those chances looking slim as he's in that Behemoth leg lock with a face covered in blood. You can see that cookie sheet, the corner of it that made that wound. Behemoth stopping with another cookie sheet. Elmer thinking quick and kicks it out of his hand. Turning the table here. Oh, reversed again as Behemoth ends up with Elmer in a headlock. Just grinding his... really opening up that wound now. Oh my God. Wow. I am jealous. This is the kind of thing I dream of doing. I always have to sneak up from behind, though. Use chloroform. Behemoth, though. Master. Oh, yeah! He needs to get this back in the ring to pick up his second victory. Time running down. This match is flying by. Behemoth trying to finish this match, but he doesn't seem to be listening to Billy and the count. Billy looking desperate to get these guys back into the ring and get an official conclusion here. Billy restarting it, of course. Behemoth goes out of the ring again. Elmer with a frustrated look on his face. Oh no! Another cut opened up on the back of Elmer's head, and this is a formality. If he just makes the pin, this is gonna be over. As Elmer looking like a car wreck accident, like the aftermath of a serial killer's working. Oh, wow! Behemoth bomb all the way to the outside, and what's left in Elmer, I don't know. He's got a bit of fight left, but I don't think he has the time to turn the tide here. Got to get him back in the ring and pull off something big. Instead, opting to try to hold the choke on the outside. Neither of these men are applauded for their intellect, for their strategic decisions. They're not the sharpest knives in the drawer, not the brightest bulbs in the socket, you might say. Just brutal punishment.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is ended in a time limit draw. There ain't no winners. We all lose on this one. Thanks a lot, guys. Good job.
Well said, Ken. Well said. Yeah, you are here on Fight Show to win matches, not draw. Draws are boring. I mean, this was an entertaining match, but it leaves you feeling empty.
My next opponent is Jordan Bradley White. I will tell you what I think of it. I think that he is much as a retarded kid than some others think, because that's what he is with his little brother. What's his name again? Oh yeah, Dylan Bradley. These two motherfuckers kid are some bitches who didn't deserve to be here in this fight show season, man. And tonight, Jordan Bradley, I will beat him. I know I'm confident tonight.
Hey, Bradley Bros representing tonight, yo. Albert Lowenstein got a taste of Bradley Boy Justice over here. Dylan might have failed in his match, yo, but I'm not gonna fail against Podcast. Mr. Podcast, even.
Last round at the round 3, I got an infirmary match with Static, and this match was awesome, bro. He puts myself to my limit, and Static is a huge wrestler and a huge brawler. So I know that I have say in the beginning in the preseason matchup, then I just want to kick his ass and something like this, but after this he won all my respect, dude. And Static, I'll offer you a freebie to drink with me if you want tonight, and even if you didn't want, you know. But that's why, starting after this 1-3 matchups, the last show, I have started to learn some training from him, because I think he's a huge wrestler, and if another man than me needs to win this season's fight show, it will definitely be Static. I didn't have any strategy or something like this. My own strategy is to win a lot of points for being the fight show season winner, and that's what I want to be. Because every Metal Mike ain't gonna be a champion like he say, because he's still the same pretentious guy than he once been before, so I hate him. But anyway, I just wanna win this season, and I think tonight is the best opportunity I have for winning this season, because this is a weapon of the night match, and it will be huge, a really huge show. So that's why I think tonight I will also be Jordan Bradley. Oh man, I'm drunk yet, I don't know what I say. And that's what I will be going right now, to drink more beer after having beer. Oh wait, after having drink a coffee, a little coffee. Yes, that's right. Mr. Podcast always drink coffee sometime after being get drunk at, you know.
Mr. Podcast always has a few words for the fans here on the Fight Show, elaborating on his thoughts on his opponent and some strategy that he might employ tonight, as well as giving props to Static, who really does deserve a lot of props. He's really put on quite a show here for the fans. Mr. Podcast and Jordan Bradley both with an identical record of 2 losses and 1 tie. Jordan seemed a bit cocky there, and let's hope he doesn't look past Mr. Podcast too far, because Podcast is a strong competitor. Here's Kenny with the wheel spin.
The weapon of the night is a Behemoth. Hell yeah. Behemoth. And the first competitor in this Behemoth match, my drinking buddy and yours, Mr. Podcast.
This is going to be a really important match for Mr. Podcast. He really needs to pick up a victory here to get some points on the board here. But Jordan Bradley will feel equal desperation to pick up a win.
And his opponent, one sneaky bastard as we saw earlier, plotting a massacre on Albert Lowenstein. One half of them beats to be Bradley brothers, Jordan Bradley.
Jordan Bradley appears to have begun his drinking early. Podcast has finished off 2 cans so far in Jordan's long entry. Nice. The fans are into this already, and we start off with some powerful blows by both these guys going head to head. Clubbing fists of Jordan Bradley, overpowering Podcast and sending him to the ropes. Trying to stay on top. Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex there. Quite the height and a solid thump by Podcast, but only a 1. Into the far ropes. Jordan, Podcast, both reaching for beer. Reversed pin attempt. 2. Almost catching Podcast off guard, as the Bradley brothers are known to do, and just pull out those sneaky pin attempts. Podcast sending Jordan reeling with those chops, but desperation German suplex sends Podcast all the way to the floor, landing partially on the mats. And now weakening the leg, but Podcast is out. This is not a Falls Count Anywhere match. Your opponent must be finished in the ring via pin or submission. There is no disqualification other than a count out. Podcast grabbing that trash can of destiny, and if its use in a match is any indication, the one who possesses it shall become victorious. Jordan Bradley has been damaged quite extensively from that trash can, as we see his face is now just starting to ooze forth a crimson mask. That is a beautiful cut, Podcast. That was very well done. It must have been the downward strike that left that wonderful gash on Jordan Bradley's skull. Into the ropes. And that's a lot of blood. Back body drop. Podcast with the beer. Crowd really loving this. What a bulldog. And that submission hold was not able to be held, maybe due to the excessive amount of blood trickling all over Jordan Bradley. Oh, this could be it. Just a 2 count, and Jordan still has some life. But it may quickly be snuffed here. And Podcast with the crowd on his side, really feeding off the energy of this place, snapping on a chokehold, which is completely legal in the fight show. There are no illegal holds. There's never a disqualification for an exploding beer there. Jordan Bradley getting some in his eyes, that alcohol burning his eyes, and no doubt rubbing those injuries the wrong way. Alcohol in an open wound never feels very good. Podcast really keeping on the damage, and the crowd really feeding off of this performance. Oh my God! It's gotta be over. You gotta make the pin on that. Jordan Bradley hanging on to life. After that tombstone pile driver, gut wrench suplex there puts him down squarely on the mat. And Podcast snapping on a sleeper hold. He has it on very tight. And Jordan Bradley looks like he could be fading here. Billy checking to see if Jordan wants to continue. And Bradley slips out. Podcast staying right on him, staying right on that wound. Making sure to deepen that I don't know what you call it anymore. Not really a cut or a gash anymore, more like open. Jeez. Podcast. Oh, his neck crunching down. Podcast making the cover. It's over.
Winner of this Behemoth match by pinfall is the Podcast.
Podcast picking up the win.
Why don't you join me?
A very important win.
Rainbow for some beers in the parking lot. Gotta be my trunk, man.
Simply defeat a vampire. Unless you aim the stake correctly at their heart, of course. I can't stand garlic, so this will be a bit difficult. Maybe I could bluff my way to the catwalk and turn up the lights a little bit, and make sure they're spotlighting directly at him. I've been watching too many horror movies. If push comes to shove, then I'll have no choice but to use the chosen weapon. I hope I don't have to, but with a vampire, I think it's bound to happen at some point. I'll need to look out for his fangs too. Ah, that's a point. Do you know where I could buy some pliers? To everyone watching and or listening, either live or in the archives, you are not the bigger Murko fan than me. You've just got to deal with it.
Brian DeLong, I have awaited this moment since our first encounter. I sensed in you a strong life force, and this always makes for a good meal.
Brian DeLong, who came out of nowhere during the preseason, has captured the fans' heart and become the heavyweight division's dark horse. 3-0, his record jumping out to an early lead here on the fight show. Carson King, on the other hand, in the middle of the pack with a record of 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 tie. He seeks to add a win to that total and move him up the ranks of the fight show heavyweights.
Here we go. The weapon of the night are explosives. Introducing first in this weapon of the night challenge, the leader of the blood drinkers, the delusional man who thinks he's a vampire. Ladies and gentlemen, the average Carson King.
Carson King carrying a serious look to the ring.
And his opponent, leading all Fight Show heavyweights in parts here on the Fight Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Bradley and Albert.
The crowd is buzzing. They really get behind this Fight Show fighter. Brian DeLong with the undefeated record of 3-0. Up against Carson King here. 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Brian DeLong resorting to using those explosives right out of the gate, perhaps feeling a bit of urgency, already drawing blood from Carson King, awakening the demon in him as he reverses him into that reverse suplex. Brian DeLong, a man possessed, grabs a hold of that dynamite and begins to work over Carson King. Nice Russian leg sweep executed with crisp perfection. Oh, that German suplex is reversed, and Carson King uses a underhook suplex. And now brawling up against the ropes, Carson King, blood streaming down his face. Brian DeLong on top of Carson and snapping on the figure 4. Carson right out of it. That blood is deceiving because Carson appears very fresh still. Brian pouring it on, using offense as the best defense. And you can see it looks like there's a huge hole open in Carson King's forehead. Running dropkick, and now Carson into the corner. Brian DeLong going up. Wow, superplex. And he barely missed that explosive. Oh no! What the? Oh my God! Carson King full of energy and life. Seemingly, wounds are healed. What's happening in the crowd? Someone's being rushed out. Apparently someone was injured. They're clutching their neck. They're being rushed out by friends and family, I assume. I could have helped him out as well. Carson King on fire here. Something woke him up. Brian DeLong DDTing him onto explosives, knocking out the lights here momentarily on the Fight Show. Someone was injured and Carson King came back full of fire, but Brian DeLong has not let up his offense at all. Is it a look of fear or a look of determination? Oh, a neck-crunching pile driver, and I think it could be all over. And it is.
The winner of this Weapons of the Night match by pinfall, Bradley and Albert.
Remaining undefeated.
I've been waiting for my match against Static ever since the Fight Show started. His superhero persona makes me sick. He says that he's gonna send a shock to my system. The only shock he's gonna send is to faces on the EMTs when they see what I will do to him in that ring. Metal and electricity will collide in this episode of the Fight Show. When all sparks and smoke have faded away, Static won't even have enough juice left to restart his own pulse.
The idea of a Weapon of the Night match is so exciting to me because I like to think of myself as a creative person. I like to believe that I can take any situation that's thrown at me and find some way or another to pummel my opponent into that 3 count. Another thing I love about this is it's one chance for the crowd to truly get into the action. And now I know that the Metal Maniacs will not let me down in bringing something vile and sadistic to use against my opponent. I just hope Static knows that when he runs out of battery, he might as just lie down and die.
As a seasoned hardcore vet, the only advice I can give to my fight show competitors is that as soon as that bell rings, whatever that weapon is for the night, grab it and familiarize yourself with it quick. The best way to do that, if you may ask, is to bash your opponent's skull in with it. After you do that, do it again. And again. You'll happen to find that by the time you truly feel comfortable with the weapon that you are holding in your hands, the lifeless body in front of you is already ready for a 3 count. And then you hit him again.
We couldn't reach Static for comment as he's training in a private gym, and every time we've sent someone over, some big burly men come out and tell us to move along, no press. Heavy Metal Mike, on the other hand, had plenty to say, and the crowd really likes him. Probably the most favorite wrestler on Team Black and White. Static, obviously a favorite in this tournament. This is going to be a major clash, and it's really hard to call the winner here as they're both amazing fighters. Here's Kenny. Kenny.
Damn, I know. I was just sleeping. I'm stupid. And the weapon of the night, you ring bells. Introducing first in our final weapon of the night match from Team Uber Beast, ladies and gentlemen, this is Static. So I always get up and dance. Too lazy to stand. And his opponent from Team Black and White. Give it up for Heavy Metal Mike.
Here we are at the main event. A much anticipated meeting between these two. Couldn't figure out what Billy was saying there to Mike. Mike stalking Static with a hypodermic needle. I did not know that was in the match, but anything goes here. Mike chopping Static down to the outside, grabbing a ring bell. Things could get hardcore really quickly here. A backhand with that ring bell lands squarely. Now these two kicking it up a notch. Static landing that elbow off the apron. Well, they just took this thing from 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds flat. Mike whipping Static hard into the apron. And another Irish whip. Static all the way to the barrier. Quite the run there. Mike staying on top. That snapmare. I just remembered what I had forgotten. Well, that's unfortunate. Doesn't concern you folks, though. Back body drop there by Static. Might need to get out here early. Mike with a big power bomb, his patented power bomb. Very distracted now. Hey Kenny, you mind taking over on commentary for me, bro? Kenny? Asleep. Oh, look at the blood. Well, I might as well stay, seeing as there's blood. Static with a big back suplex, sending Mike way down onto that floor. Mike really reeling from that. Still not able to make himself get up. Finally, Mike to his feet, trying to draw the crowd into this match, get some momentum behind him. That move really took a lot out of him, as you can tell by how slowly he's moving now. Both of them with ring bells. Static is kicked from his hand, but he Irish whips Mike. What a spine buster down onto those bells. Oh no, and he rung his other bells. Static really laying in the damage now. It's gonna be hard to overcome this onslaught for Heavy Metal Mike, but if anyone's capable of it against someone of the caliber of Static, it is Heavy Metal Mike. Picked by Billy Lowenstein as his personal favorite to win this tournament. Many of the experts also agree he has a great shot of coming out on top in this tournament, but right now, a very tough challenge as Static is really taking it to him, pounding him with that bell. Mike, known for his blood-fueled comebacks, trying to reach down. This could be it. It's gotta hold. Oh! Wow! Neckbreaker with the ring bell, and Static his head is spinning. Power bomb. Mike could have it here. Oh! Bulldog on the bell. 1, 2. Oh, he kicked out. He kicked out. I thought it was all over. Oh, DDT right on the bell. Static on top. 2, 3. Oh, that was insane. What a finish, you guys. What a finish. Bravo. Bravissimo. Static covered in blood. Heavy Metal Mike as well, looking stunned.
Please drive safe, and you can donate money to my PayPal account.
Sorry, Ken boy, I didn't mean to talk over you. I was just, that was a nice finish. As we see, the show ends tonight. Brian DeLog sitting on top, 14 points, 4-0. Static with that win is in second place, solidifying his spot with a 3-0 record with one tie. Behemoth crawling into third place. Heavy Metal Mike right there in the middle of the pack. Podcast climbing up, even with Carson King. Jordan, Bradley, and Elmer both remain winless at the bottom. Folks, this has been an amazing show, and I got to get out of here. I gotta go. Oh, hi guys.
Taking your legs.
Fancy seeing you here.
Since we have found you, and it is time to come home
How do you
now.
know I was here anyway?
Back to the home, to the asylum. We had an anonymous tip. It seems you forgot to finish off your latest victim. We will take very good care of you. Take it home.
So I'll just
And you will be safe again.
going now. Oh no! Oh God! Oh no! Billy, help! Billy! Billy!